Hey everybody, it's Nadine Smiley, and I'm going to show you today. So y'all see, I garden in Brooklyn, so I'm going to show you today just what you can do with mugwort, how easy it can grow, and it's probably growing around you, and how you can use it to help with sleeping, to help with relaxing, things like that, and even to help with cleaning. So I'm going to show you if I can figure out how to switch the camera. Okay, so you see this, I got my baby gardening with me. So not all of this is mugwort. So there's a tree that we have right here. It's also called the tree of heaven because it goes up really, 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 really high. Y'all see that? You see that? Okay, so it goes up extremely high. So that's what you see here. These leaves are part of that tree. And it's not really any way that you can do without it. Like the tree just drops seeds when the wind blows. But, and as you can see, it's an invasive species. So, but this right here, so this is mugwort. Oh, and let me let y'all know, I garden with gloves on because even though I'm dealing with stuff that I can readily identify, you never know how your body's going to react. I broke out into like this really crazy, allergic reaction that lasted for months and months and months. And it's like, if you can, no, you can't really see it, but you see like this, my hands are spotted. You see like light area. There you go. See that? This is like 4 months afterwards. And I put all kind of stuff on it. So when you garden, make sure that you're gardening with gloves, even if you know what you're touching. Make sure, because you never know how your body may react to it. It may be one of those days. And my little man is with us. So with this, the mugwort, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it down and I'm going to ultimately dry it out so people can use it as a smudge or to do smoke cleansing. I know there's a lot of controversy as far as people who are not indigenous using saying that they're smudging. It's been referred to as cultural appropriation. So again, some indigenous people will have no problem, some will have a problem. It just depends on who you're talking to. It's an individual thing, but because I'm indigenous, I call it smudging. So that's what, when I say smudging, you can use it interchangeably with smoke cleanse. So with mugwort, it has antiviral properties in it as well. So if you're going to clean your house, you can do a bundle with it and just light it. Like you dry it out, you do a bundle with it. I'm going to show you all of this. And you can light it and just walk through your house, just like you would with Palo Santo and sage, which I would advise you, unless they're absolutely needed, not to use those to do smoke cleanses or smudges with, for the simple fact that they've been over harvested and now they're in danger. There's so many other herbs that you can use for the same exact thing that it just takes being a little bit creative. It takes doing a little bit of homework. So I'm going to show you the mugwort and how tall it can get. So you see this right here, I am 5'6". So this right here is some more mugwort. Again, that's from the tree of heaven. So is this. And we have some mulberry sprinkled in here as well, which is another invasive species. So you see all of this is just over the last, I haven't been out here tending to this in about a month. However, what I have tended to is I do have some potatoes growing. I have purple potatoes. And I see my mugwort has invaded one of them. I have squash, zucchini. I have some herbs growing back there that are really small, so you probably won't see it. And these mosquitoes are tearing me up. So there's a bunch of stuff back here, and let's get to it. So the first thing, when I'm going to cut stuff down, I know y'all may say I'm a little bit quirky, I don't know, whatever, I don't care. I teach my kids as well, because plants do give us medicine, because they are living What we do is we introduce ourselves to the plants. We ask the plants for their medicine. We thank the plants once we cut it down. We thank them for the medicine that they provide for us. Because before we had pharmaceutical anything, we used herbs and plant medicine. So you thank the plants for their medicine. It's mad hot, y'all. So you see me like glistening and shining. Oh my gosh. Okay, you're all right. Yeah, so I'm gonna cut down the mugwort. I'm going to show you how to dry it out to use. And if you have trouble sleeping, mugwort is great to help you like fall back into a nice deep sleep. So if you're going to grow it, it's so easy to grow. It's so easy to propagate. You probably have it growing around you, especially if you're in the Northeast area, anywhere. It's probably growing like through the cracks of the concrete, and it looks like weeds. So people just cut them down. So I am going to grab my pruning shears, which I left over here, and so let me show you. This is where, if you're gonna cut down the mugwort, it's going to grow again. I'm just telling you this. It's guaranteed within the next few weeks. It's guaranteed to grow again. Give me back the pruning shears. They grow fast and they're invasive. So if you have other plants around it, oh, that's a wasp that I'm highly allergic to. So if you have plants growing around it, know that the mugwort is going to take over. The mugwort is going to, in essence, choke out the other plants. So if you want to grow it, try and contain it. Otherwise, then you're going to have to keep coming back and pruning it down. And if you want to stop growing it altogether, then you'll just have to uproot it. And that'll be the only way to stop it. So let's start with this small one so you guys can see easily. So this is mugwort. Okay, and so what I do, because I'm also trying to clear the space, I'm going to cut it all the way down at the soil. I'm not trying to uproot it because I use mugwort, so I'm going to cut it all the way down at the soil. And okay, there we go. And we got some spider webs. So clearly, I mean, there are some pests. This is a garden, so it comes with the territory. Okay, so we've got these two, right? So what I do is I get a whole bundle of them together, and then I put them in a pile to like just dry out in the sun. You can also dry them in the house. So if you dry them in the house, then you hang them upside down. Like you can like clip them to a string or something like that. You can, hang them upside down and they'll dry. So once you dry them, you sit them out, you'll see them dry. Like they'll turn pretty crispy. They'll appear dried out. So once you do that, once they're dry, then if you have any other plants you want to bundle it with, then you can do that. You can bundle it with those also dry. Just make sure that they're all dry herbs. Bundle it, and you can go through the house. Like you can light it, tie it together. Of course, you use a string, tie it together, light it, go through the house, waving it. Make sure windows are open, because if you're using this to clear air, to clear viruses, bacteria, you don't want to just move it around. You're trying to move it out, and you're trying to bring fresh air in. So open up your windows, open up your doors, use it to clear the air, kill any viruses, any bacteria. With this COVID thing, this is one of the things that do help. And again, you don't have to always reach for sage and palo santo. It's not necessary, and those are believed to I mean, all herbs and plants carry spiritual significance with them as well. So Palo Santo and sage is believed more to drive out negative, depending on whatever spiritual belief you have, negative forces, negative spirits, demons, whatever. So that's what those are especially used for when it comes to the spiritual side of things. And another thing for mugwort is the spiritual connection of that one. That's believed to help open the third eye, intuition, things like that. And with lucid dreaming. So, being able to dream and go into just like, I don't know, look up lucid dreaming. It's kind of hard for me to explain. But I know it's great for helping you fall asleep, helping you unwind, relax, stuff like that too. The other thing that you can do is once you dry it, you can put it in a little satchel with some dry lavender herbs, and you put it under your pillow. If you have any trouble sleeping, this is a great remedy for you. So when you have trouble sleeping, what you do is dry the mugwort. Something went in my eye. Dry the mugwort. Damn, these mosquitoes are tearing up my thighs. Thank you, Poppy, for my mosquito spray. See, you knew, baby. Yeah, I sprayed it on earlier. Yeah. Must have worn off. Ow! Don't spray it after you scratched. Yes. Ow! Well, it's not ow. It's just wet. It's spray. So, you put it in a satchel. And from there, I like to add lavender. There are some times where I do have a lot of trouble sleeping. I'm one of those people. Okay, baby. There you go. I'm one of those people that if something is on my mind, I am not going to sleep. And that's just, how I am, because I can't slow my mind down. My mind races and it's hard to slow it down. So that's me. So what I do in those cases is I'll get the mugwort, the dry mugwort. I get the dry lavender buds and put them in like a satchel so you can smell it. So it's basically aromatherapy. You're inhaling the smell from it, and it helps. Okay, I hear you. I sprayed it on your legs. No more. Demanding kid. Yeah. So it's in essence like it works like aromatherapy, and you inhale it, and the smell allows your brain to slow down and relax and helps you to fall asleep. Let me show y'all the face this little guy is making. Say hi. Hi. This is my baby, y'all. Right, Cameron? Mm-hmm. Yes, my Mateo. Hi. 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 So that's that, y'all. I'm going to cut down the rest of all this mugwort, and once I cut down the mugwort, I'm going to dry it. I'm going to give my kids each a satchel with lavender, because there are some days that they have trouble sleeping too. And other than that, I'm going to put them in bundles and just use it to clean up the house, until, clear the air in the house. And that's that. I got some other stuff growing back here. Not a whole lot, because there was a pretty bad storm here recently that I'm not happy. It knocked out a whole bunch of my stuff. It's like, yeah, some of my stuff is struggling. So I got kale growing here. This is California poppy that I see looks like it's been invaded. So I'm gonna cut that out. I'm gonna uproot some of that. I showed you guys the purple potatoes. I got clothes hanging here. Well, my brother has clothes hanging here. Purple potatoes, all of that. And I got some onions back here. I got some pretty good herbs too, but they're not ready yet. So when they are, you shall see. I'll do another video. And I got some flowers growing back here that I'm pretty excited about. So I'm also going to be building a greenhouse, because I was so disappointed that I was out of town and the storm was really, really bad. So I was so disappointed that so much of what I was growing was just like flooded. And while some of it did, some of it did stay fine, because it was also branches and stuff that fell on it. A lot of it was just too much water. So I'm going to build a greenhouse, and I will be doing videos to show how I'm building the greenhouse and the plans. I'll upload the plans and all of that, and I will see you next time.